All right, new stock. You guys saw the title. I just bought a brand new stock and I want to break it down for you all today. And this is a company that I've been tracking now for like 6 to 9 months. It's been a while. I've been tracking it, watching, what the company's been doing, saw them uplist to the NASDAQ. A lot of great numbers behind this company as well. And I finally bought today. I finally bought today, and this is a smaller company. It's called DeFi Technologies, trading just under $1 billion market cap. But in my portfolio, guys, I've been in need of a smaller company. I have a lot of big, mega cap stocks, more, mid to large cap stocks. I don't have many smaller companies. And again, this is one that I've been tracking. They're in the DeFi crypto space. And yes, before you guys click off, I know it's crypto, DeFi, but it's, I'm telling you, this company is heading in the right direction and the numbers are strong. We're going to break down everything in this video. So again, DeFi Technologies is the company, ticker DEFT on the NASDAQ, and they're trading currently at $2.42 a share, and I bought at $2.41 just about an hour ago, an hour prior to me making this video, right? And before we dive into what the company does, let me show you these charts. So right off the bat, again, I've been tracking this stock for like 6, 9 months, whatever. And I've been watching it recently because it's come down a good chunk. If I pull it up on the 4-hour chart, ignore this $47 one-off candle. I'm pretty sure that didn't even happen. But we can see here it's been downtrending for a couple of months. If I pull up, let's say, this yearly chart, you can kind of get a better idea of how the stock's been trading. We hit $1.50 back in November of 2024 and had a huge run all the way to $5 a share, guys. So it had a huge run, and I was tracking it throughout this whole time. And now that we've seen the drawdown, my antennas have been going up, right? Because again, I've been tracking it, and price is what you pay, value is what you get. And when I saw the stock go down, 60% from highs, I was like, all right, now's the time to pay attention. And we can see here clearly we put in a big support at about $1.80 to $1.90 to $2 a share a couple months ago, and we held that just about a couple days ago, right? So we got a huge bounce off the low $2 range, high dollar range, and clearly going back to the 1-hour chart, we're seeing a full breakout here now. We're breaking back over the moving averages. We have a golden cross. So just looking at the charts here, guys, it looks like it's starting not fully to fully break out yet, but we're seeing signs of it overall starting to show those those momentum signs. You know what I mean? Volumes kicking up, the breakout, the golden cross. And I added, again, a position today at $2.41, but it's a starter position. Let's say it comes down even more tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next week, you know what I mean? I'm going to add more. I'm going to buy more. The goal is to build this thing out over the next couple of months and to keep it at a smaller part of the portfolio. This is not going to be my biggest stock, you know what I mean, guys? It's a more speculative name, but it is one that I do want to have in the portfolio. So let's dive a little bit deeper into what DeFi does, and actually I'll share with you all some of these numbers as well. Let's do this right now. So currently they're trading at an $800 million market cap, $814 million to be exact, and their PE ratio is a 40. And I think their forward PE is a lot lower, which is attractive. It's at a 13. Yeah, the forward PE is a 13 on this stock. The price of sales is under a 5. It's come down a lot, so the valuation's come down a good bit. Forward P is attractive at 13 for the growth that we're going to look at, or we'll see here in a little bit. The company is growing pretty nicely. So they have a lot to do with essentially ETPs, right? ETFs, in other words, in crypto. So they have a lot. They have their hands in a lot of different businesses here. So we have Valour Asset Management, right? We have, which again, it goes into those ETPs. They have their trusted, simple, and secure access via ETPs. They have DeFi Ventures, DeFi Alpha, Reflexivity Research, which they actually bought from Anthony Pompliano. You guys know Anthony Pompliano, and I'm pretty sure he's an advisor to the company. We'll take a look at that in a second. But they have a lot. DeFi Alpha, DeFi Ventures, and these are all different kinds of businesses, which I want to show you. I'm super excited about. This is their management team, by the way. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, Pomp is an advisor. I'm super excited about, what's it called? Valour Asset Management. This is what really fires me up about this company. This is, again, their ETPs. Valour makes it easy for retail and institutional investors to invest in digital assets and decentralized finance. I mean, we all know at this point where the market's headed, with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all these different types of, all these coins, they have ETFs, or they will. A bunch more will in the future, right? There's going to be, there's huge demand for these products overall. And that's where Valour Asset Management comes into play. Valour is an issuer of exchange-traded products, ETPs, tracking the performance of digital assets with listings across leading European stock exchanges, including Euronext, Frankfurt Stock Exchange, and the Nordic Growth Market. And we can see here, look at this. Currently, as of April 30th, 2025, they almost have $1 billion Canadian dollars of assets under management, guys. That's $715 million for the USD equivalent. And when it comes to DeFi Alpha, which is the trading arm of their business, they have about $132 million of it looks like this is cash and cash equivalents, which is 96 million USD equivalent. That's Canadian dollars for the 132 million figure. And they also have DeFi Ventures, right? $53 million assets under management, Canadian dollars, 37 million USD equivalent. So they have their hands in these different businesses, which I want to dive deeper into. Valour here, actually. We'll come down. Or actually, we'll see the numbers here in a second. Bear with me, guys. And by the way, hit that like button. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And when it comes to DeFi Ventures here, the landscape for DeFi is obviously continuously evolving, but this is based on DeFi's research-based early-stage venture arm, and this is obviously, the early-stage companies that they're investing in, that they see potential in, which, again, they have about 50 million Canadian dollars assets under management there. We can see DeFi Alpha, which is capitalizing on low-risk arbitrage in digital markets. Again, this is the trading arm of the business. DeFi Alpha has delivered significant results, generating over 133 million Canadian dollars, just short of 100 million US dollars in cash and digital assets or digital asset equivalents in 2024. And DeFi Alpha is a key component of DeFi Technologies' comprehensive suite of services, which again includes digital asset management, venture investments, research, and infrastructure support. And they also have Reflexivity Research, which I mentioned. They bought from Anthony Pompliano, Premier Crypto Research for traditional finance. And let me show you these numbers. We got these numbers, I believe in August, about a month ago. We got the Q2 numbers from DeFi. We can see adjusted revenues came in at 32 million US dollars, adjusted EBITDA of $21.6 million, adjusted net income of $17 million. And I forgot if I mentioned this or not, but they just uplisted to the NASDAQ like 2-3 months ago, which is a huge milestone overall for any smaller company, right? So that's a big piece of news there. And if we just come down a little bit, like I said, revenues came in at 32.1 million US dollars for the quarter. Adjusted EBITDA 21.6, total net income, adjusted net income rather, $17.4 million. And there's substantial growth overall in assets under management, guys. This is key. The numbers, right? When you're buying stocks, you got to pay attention to the numbers. See if the company's growing, right? And in this case, Valour, which again is what I'm super excited about, is growing nicely. Their asset management business reported approximately 772 million USD assets under management in June, or as of June 30th, 2025, which we mentioned that number before, and that is a 23%. Let's see here. Or actually, no, wait. Yeah, $772 million US dollars as of June 30th, assets under management. And listen to this, by July 31st, a month later, assets under management had risen to 950 million US dollars, a 23% month over month increase, month over month, not year over year, month over month. 23% increase, reflecting accelerating investor demand. And for the 3 months ended June 30th, Valour reported positive net inflows of US $25 million and continued inflows. We can see Valour achieved net inflows into its ETP products every month during the period, totaling $77.4 million for the first half of 2025. And there's a growing institutional investor base, right, for the stock. Since early July, DeFi Technologies has added a reported 78 institutional shareholders, bringing the reported total to 84, collectively holding over 31 million shares. Another good sign, so we're seeing institutional ownership increase, uplist to the NASDAQ, growing assets under management, 23% month over month, guys, unbelievable. And revenue guidance, looking ahead, driven by the strong performance of its asset management business and favorable market conditions, the company is raising its guidance and now expects to generate approximately 218 million US dollars in annualized operating revenue for 2025. So, guys, for this type of growth, it's ridiculous. This type of growth, trading at a 13 forward PE, a 5 price to sales in this space where it's clearly where we're headed, in the crypto space overall in the financial markets. To me, yeah, this is a speculative bet at the end of the day. It is more risky, but it's when you take speculative investments, guys, or make speculative investments, they have to be kind of favorable, strategic. You know what I mean? You have to have a good amount of a percentage chance to make money for what you're risking. You know what I mean? At worst here, yeah, we lose our money or lose like 50%, but I could see this investment being, a 5x or a 10x. That's kind of what I'm going for here. I'm not buying DEFT for, a 2x or, it'd be nice to get a 2x, but I think ultimately over the next couple of years, this could end up being a multi-bagger potentially, you know what I mean? And it's not guaranteed, guys. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor, but that's what we're working with right now. And that's what I did personally, guys, here on this dip. I added, and looking back, maybe I should have bought under $2, but I kind of wanted to wait for the momentum to build back up, confirm that we're consolidating at $2, breaking back over it, and ultimately that's what we got, and here we are. Right, so I added a position, DEFT, and I'm planning on buying more, guys. And please do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to go buy this stock, but that's what I personally did. And again, I'm planning on buying more. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Hit the like button. Check out the Patreon, which if you want to see the portfolio updates, all these stocks I'm buying in real time, you guys get the updates weekly. We're investing $500 a week right now, and we're doing bonus deposits in that portfolio. So we're really growing this portfolio, guys, and we're buying stocks, and we're crushing the market, by the way. Not to toot my own horn, but we are. And if you guys want to, again, keep up with it, that's on Patreon down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.